Would you like this Las Vegas style opening for your video with the moving backlight and explosion? Stay tuned. So let's open PowerDirector. This is PowerDirector 16 Cyberlink. It's very inexpensive and very good tool. Then I'm gonna use logo from my other YouTube channel. You see there are two logos, one is PNG and one is JPEG. So PNG for some reason doesn't work, you have to use JPEG. For backlit, PNG doesn't work. So now when I use my logo, you see it's not the size I want. So I'm gonna put some color white and I'm gonna use it underneath, and it will be like a background. And on the second track now I can put my logo, and since it's white it will cover the whole screen. Okay, so now it looks good. And as you can see, if I remove white background, then I have all these black spots, but if I use white background, then I have then it covers entire screen. That's what I want. So I have logo and white background, and now the whole white screen is covered. So if I double click on the logo, I'm going into picture-in-picture designer, PIP designer, and make sure I can see the grid is 10 by 10. So this way I can lay out the way I want it. So now I'm going to resize it. It's a little bit big right now. Let's make it a little smaller. You see right now it's in the middle. And I have the same length from the right and from the left. But still it's a little bit big. Let's make it a little smaller so we have space for a backlight, for the rays to go. That's too small. You can see position right here. You see X 0. It has to be 0.5. 0.5, then it's in the middle right now. So we set our X and Y's. Now we go to object settings and you can see the position. So let's make it 0.5. Instead of pushing, I'm just gonna click and I'm just gonna type 0.5 and hit enter. And now my logo is right in the middle of the screen. So now let's hit OK. Let's move a little bit so we can see better. So right now I have two tracks for very little thing, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to use both tracks. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set position and I'm gonna take a picture. You see, you can take a snapshot right here of the video, but before you take a snapshot, make sure it's not going to be PNG, it has to be JPEG. So you go to your settings and then you go to file, and then where it says file name, okay, and then it says snapshot file name, you see where it says 2D, it has to be JPEG. So make sure it's JPEG before you take a picture. PNG is not going to work with our effect. So and save it as file. So let's click OK, and now we can just take a snapshot and we can save it as a file in our file. and let's name it something meaningful. Let's put logo.jpg and save. So right now I have this picture. So at this point I don't need to use this tool. I'm gonna delete both of them, and so the only thing I need to do is put one picture right here on my player. So this way we can keep it clean. Let's set duration to 6 seconds and let's play. So now we're getting somewhere. So the next step, I want to add effect. You see, we have to go to effect room, to my logo, and effect that I want to use is called BackLight. You see how it looks if I click on it? If I click on it, you can see how it looks. You see, it just puts a lot of backlight behind your image. So that's, I'm gonna insert it on effect track, and I'm gonna set duration to the same 6 seconds as my clip right above. So both of them 6 seconds right now. So now we can see some backlight. If we play, there's a lot of light coming from behind. We can see it right away. It's not very visible on white background, but you can see what's going on. So now we can get rid of the file we don't need to make our media file clean. And the next step, we're gonna double click on it and we'll go to PIP Designer and check on the properties. You see, these are properties of our image. One of them is chroma key, and there are other properties like shadow, border, reflection, etc. But at this point, what I want to do, let's move it a little bit. Actually, I had to do it in the before, because now when I moved it, you see there is a black piece underneath. But it doesn't matter because I'm gonna get rid of white color. That's what I'm trying to do. So in order to get rid of color, you go to chroma key. You see, I want to get rid of white. So I'm gonna click on it. You see, right now by default it gets rid of black, but I'm gonna take droplets, and this droplet I'm gonna drop right on the screen on the color that I don't want. So right now it's perfect. We got rid of white color, and black is by default is in the back, but my picture is transparent right now. So that's what I was trying to do. Let's do OK. And now you can see we start looking much better to where we want to get. You see, there is backlit. If I play, there is a logo, and there is a white backlit coming from the back. So if I remove effect from my picture, that's how it's gonna look. You see. So basically, effect works with whatever is on top of it. If there is nothing on top, effect doesn't work. So if I put right underneath of my picture, then my picture takes effect of backlit. So now I'd like to customize my effect, and the way you do it, you double click on it, and then it gives you more choices on how to play with your effect, and you can customize toward yourself. I'm just going to show you how to do it. You can change color of backlit. For example, you can put blue, you see. Or for example, let's say yellow. So you can apply, I'm showing you how to use the system, and you can customize to the way you like, or you can make it red. That looks good with our already red color. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna use white. Now you can adjust strength. You see, right now by default is 15. You can either increase it or decrease it, and you can see how it works. I want maximum effect, but again, you can adjust. This is minimum, it's 0, it's no effect, and then more and more and more, and 50 is the maximum effect. You know, I just want to put maximum 50 for this video. On the bottom you can adjust degree of the effect. You see, now it's very... You can go from 0 also to 50, so it makes it blurry or sharper. You see, for example, right now it's extremely blur. And again, you can adjust the way you like. But for this video I want to see rays. So if you put 0, it's too pixelated. Let's put 1. Now it looks much better. I still can see rays when it's 1, but it's not as pixelated. Number 2 is too blurry for me. But you can do for yourself whatever you like. So let's leave it 1. I want to see the rays. Let's play it. Now we made a lot of progress.